There's a pretty clear consensus among gamers that the original Red Dead Redemption is one of the best games we ever had the privilege of playing. The storyline, missions, combat, and setting were all pretty perfect, making for a game that you could play for hours every day without getting bored. However, Red Dead 1 has now gone by the wayside a little, as all older games do, because of outdated graphics and compatibility. Well, that was until recently. We just found out that Rockstar might be in the process of creating a Red Dead remaster, and in this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about the Red Dead Redemption remake that we all want. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Red Dead Redemption was initially released way back in 2010 as a sequel to the first installment of the franchise, Red Dead Revolver. In this game, we follow John Marston's attempt to release his family from government hostage by tracking down his old gang members and bringing them in front of the law. Red Dead Redemption was massively successful. It became the best-selling game of May of 2010 and had sold about 23 million copies to date, making it one of the best-selling games of all time. It's been nominated for literally every gaming award you could think of, winning Game Audio Network Guild Awards Best Dialogue, Best Interactive Score, and Music of the Year Awards, just to name a few. Because it was such an awesome game, players have been begging Rockstar for a remaster for years. Being able to replay the story with better graphics and even a few new missions would be a dream come true. And hey, we'd even be happy with a PC version, right? Well, our hopes were all but extinguished with the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 was released in 2018. The storyline acts as a prequel to the original game, and we get to follow Arthur Morgan navigate the Wild West, whilst both the government and other rival gangs are out to get him. Red Dead 2 has done insanely well with sales, with a total of 53 million copies sold to date, nearly double what the original game performed. And with a 10/10 rating from IGN, it's pretty obvious that it's been received well. Red Dead 2 is clearly an unbelievably good game, but there is a problem with it. The story just doesn't make sense. Red Dead 2 is the prequel to the original game, but because it was made after the original, the stories don't seem to match up. Red Dead 1 was never developed with the context of Arthur Morgan in mind, and apart from Dutch, Bill Williamson, and Javier Escuella, none of the other gang members are even mentioned. So there's just not very much chronological sense going on, making it harder to understand and connect to the story of Red Dead 2. Because of this, players begged Rockstar even harder for a remaster of Red Dead 1 after Red Dead 2's 2018 release. By creating a remaster and adding a few lines of dialogue where John talks about Arthur, set some kind of footing for the prequel, or even just reminisce about the old days. Rockstar would be able to mitigate the disparities between the game's storyline and ultimately make Red Dead's story more cohesive. Now, there were actually previous rumors that a Red Dead remake was in the works alongside Grand Theft Auto 4 Remastered. However, a report in July 2022 then debunked these rumors, claiming that they were both cancelled. The cancellation arose from the disaster that occurred when Rockstar released the GTA Trilogy Remaster. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically all you need to know is that Rockstar used AI upscaling to remaster the textures for the GTA Trilogy, but this ended up breaking most of the text and designs. So instead of getting a cleaner, more refined trilogy, we ended up with one that looked like it had just been hit by a train. Because of this disaster, attempts to use the same technology to remaster GTA 4 and Red Dead 1 were cancelled. So after the GTA Trilogy flop, the likelihood of a Red Dead remaster was pretty low. Well, that was until new evidence came to light that a remaster may actually be in the works. So let's take a look. So first of all, Red Dead Redemption recently received a new rating from the Game Rating and Administration Committee of Korea. This has caused some fans to speculate that Red Dead is being remastered. And to be fair, it is a plausible explanation. I mean, why else would a game that's 13 years old and hasn't been touched by Rockstar for years suddenly receive a new rating? And then, what's more, the rating contains the phrase body damage. The phrase has only appeared in Doom and Red Dead 2, suggesting that Red Dead 1 is being remastered with combat mechanics from the prequel. Another point worth noting is that the new rating contains a code that directly corresponds to the console games, which suggests that if a remaster is in the works, it will probably come to consoles first. Another occurrence that suggests that Red Dead is being remastered is the fact that the game's achievements have recently been given an HD update. Fans have noticed that all achievement signs are much less grainy than before and have crisper edges and more prominent colors. Once again, this update has got everyone thinking one thing: a remaster is in the works. The update just happened a week after the Korean game rating update too, which is definitely some coincidence. However, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Some fans believe that Rockstar is simply using AI to update all the games on its roster. We've seen Rockstar use these AI tools before, and this would be a slightly more plausible explanation, but a little more on that later. Finally, let's not forget who we're talking about here. Rockstar is notorious for remastering older games, so it would make complete sense for them to remaster Red Dead and make a bunch more money off essentially the same game. The company's current context is an important consideration too. The release of GTA 6 is right around the corner and will apparently be released in 2024. But as it's such a big game, there's probably going to be delays. And how could a company keep fans happy while they wait? By releasing a remaster of one of the most successful games of all time. This would take the heat off of any GTA 6 delays and make Rockstar millions of dollars in the process. It's a win-win, right? If there is a remaster on the horizon, we as fans are going to expect a few things. I mean, we've been waiting over 10 years, so we're allowed to set some standards, you know what I mean? Firstly, it would be great to see some new dialogue fit into the story where John references Arthur and other gang members. This would help add some context to the story of Red Dead 2 and give the prequel and main story a little more synergy. Next, it would be great to see the combat mechanics and gameplay systems used in Red Dead 2 implemented into Red Dead 1. These systems are overall much easier to use and allow for a smoother gaming experience, so it would really add to the playability of the game. Finally, an all-around improvement to the character models and accompanying models won't go amiss. Graphics and character modeling has improved immeasurably since Red Dead was first released, and a little bit of TLC would make the game so much better. So, on the surface of things, there is reason to be hopeful about Red Dead Redemption Remaster. However, I don't want to be the one to burst anyone's bubble or anything, but if we take a closer look at the evidence, the likelihood of a remaster is actually pretty low. Let me explain further. Firstly, it's literally been announced that the development for the remaster was cancelled this time last year. It would make absolutely zero sense for Rockstar to pour a bunch of money into a project, cancel it, then pick it back up a year later. In our opinion, it's pretty obvious that Rockstar gave the remaster a go, realized it wasn't going to work, and hasn't given it much thought since. Rockstar is a huge company with so many projects going on. If one doesn't work, it's not going to get the attention of the developers again immediately. What's more is Rockstar is clearly hyper-focused on GTA 6 right now. Future updates for Red Dead Online have been all but cancelled because the company is moving money and resources away from the Red Dead franchise to the Grand Theft Auto franchise. All systems are go for GTA right now, and Red Dead is on the back burner. So why would Rockstar even consider remastering a 13-year-old game when they're on the cusp of releasing something that will literally break the internet when it comes out? Now, it could be argued that Rockstar is reallocating resources in order to develop the remaster for Red Dead, but from a logistics and business standpoint, this also makes absolutely no sense. Rockstar is finally shedding some light on GTA 6, a game that has been in the work for several years now. Why would a company split its resources to a new, secret project that they've already shelved? That would just prolong the release of GTA 6, annoy fans who were waiting, and ultimately lose money for the company. It would make more sense for Rockstar to consider picking a Red Dead remaster backup after the release of GTA 6 though, not during. And finally, there has been evidence to suggest that the initial development of Red Dead Redemption was absolutely terrible. Email leaks have shown that production was in shambles, the code was written haphazardly, the repositories were terribly mismanaged, and literally nothing was documented. This might not seem like a big deal, but it would actually take a lot of time and effort for Rockstar to go back and figure out how Red Dead, a game that is 13 years old, was created. They would literally need to recreate the game from the ground up, which wouldn't make much economic sense when they could spend a fraction of time remastering something else and receive similar results. I think a lot of people are forgetting that Rockstar is a business. At the end of the day, the company's goal is to make profit, and because of the mismanagement of the original game, remastering Red Dead Redemption just doesn't look profitable. So to wrap things up, I want to say that I'm not going to be getting my hopes up for a Red Dead Redemption remaster anytime soon. Rockstar always does this. There's always some groundbreaking leak that means something new is in the works. But in reality, these leaks are just fabrications made by random people online who want to stir up some controversy in the online community. Let's be real, Rockstar is likely focusing all their efforts on GTA 6 as we speak, as they have been for years. So for now, it's time to sit back, wait for Rockstar to officially announce something, and play it by ear. But we'd love to get your thoughts on this whole situation, so let us know in the comments if you think a Red Dead remaster is coming in the near future. Or if you think that is just another fancy rumor that has been made up to get people talking.